Welcome to Shop Strategy, powered by Growth Suite.
Yeah, Growth Suite is that app designed to help you run really smart discount campaigns right on your Shopify store.
And you can test it out for free. Just head over to the Shopify App Store, give it a try.
Definitely worth checking out.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into something, well, pretty crucial for anyone looking to grow their e-commerce business.
We're talking about understanding and actually using your Shopify analytics.
Right, getting beyond the guesswork.
Exactly. A lot of store owners, they feel a bit overwhelmed by all the data. There's just so much there.
Yeah, I could see that.
So our goal today is really to cut through that noise. We want to show you how to pull out the insights that, you can actually use, things that will improve your store's performance.
So we'll be looking at the key reports in the Shopify Analytics dashboard.
Yep, and how those numbers, those insights, can really power your growth strategy.
Okay, so instead of just crossing your fingers and hoping something works, you'll learn how to use real data.
Real data to make informed decisions. We're talking about everything from your marketing spend right down to your product inventory.
Sounds essential. Let's start with the basics then. Getting into the Shopify Analytics dashboard, where do we find it?
It's actually quite straightforward.
Yeah.
Once you're logged into your Shopify admin, the main area,
Yep.
just look at that left-hand navigation menu. You'll see an option there. It says Analytics.
Okay.
Click on that, and you're in.
Simple enough. Now, what if you have a team? People helping manage the store. Who gets to see this data?
That's a really good point.
Uh-huh.
Important for data privacy, but also just making sure analysis is focused.
Right.
You can manage all that under settings. Then you go to users and permissions,
Okay.
and you basically grant access based on roles, what people need to do their job. You want the right people seeing the relevant data.
Got it. So, okay, we're in the dashboard. What hits us first? What are we looking at, and can we change it?
So the main page is the overview. Think of it like a high-level snapshot, your store's pulse.
Okay.
Right at the top, you'll usually see those big ones. Total sales, number of orders, conversion rate. It's like your quick health check.
And you said we can tailor this?
Yeah, that's the great part. It's customizable. Look for a Customize button. You can add metric cards, remove ones you don't need, even rearrange them.
Oh, nice. So if I'm really laser focused on, say, average order value, I can put that front and center.
Exactly. And that's super useful because, well, different businesses care about different things, right?
Sure.
A high-volume store might obsess over daily sales and conversion, but maybe a luxury brand, they're looking more closely at average order value or customer acquisition cost.
So tailoring the dashboard just means you see what matters most to you right away.
Precisely. Less noise, more signal.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, what about tracking things over time? Seeing trends.
A date range selector, usually at the top right. That's key.
Right, picking your dates.
But beyond just picking dates, look for the compare with previous period feature. That thing is incredibly powerful.
How so? Give me an example.
Okay, say you ran a big Instagram campaign last week.
Yeah?
You can select last week's dates, then hit compare, and instantly see how sales, traffic, whatever, stacks up against the week before the campaign.
So you see the direct impact immediately. Did sales jump? Did visits go up?
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of, did that marketing push actually work?
That's brilliant. Okay, overview customized. We know how to compare time periods. Where do we go next for the deeper stuff?
Let's dig into the sales reports. I mean, revenue is kind of the bottom line, right?
Absolutely.
So the total sales over time report.
Yeah.
This is fundamental. It just visualizes your sales trends, daily, weekly, monthly, however you set it.
It sounds simple, just a graph. But what are we really looking for there?
Patterns, definitely patterns. Are there consistent peaks? Like, do sales always jump around payday?
Okay.
If they do, maybe you schedule your big promotional emails a day or two before then.
Yeah.
Or maybe sales dip on weekends.
Right, maybe adjust marketing or even staffing if you have physical element.
Exactly. And critically, compare this year to last year. Same period. That shows your true growth, factoring out seasonality.
Good point. So those patterns aren't just interesting, they're actionable. They inform your calendar.
Totally. Now, what about which products are driving those sales?
Yeah, that seems like the next logical question.
That's the sales by product report. It clearly shows your best sellers, your stars, and also the ones gathering dust.
The underperformers.
Right. But here's the key insight. Don't just look at revenue.
Okay. What else matters besides the money coming in from that product?
Profit margins. Hugely important.
Right.
You could have a product selling like crazy, but if the margin is tiny, is it really helping your bottom line that much? Maybe less than a slower seller with a great margin.
So you need to calculate the actual profitability of those top sellers.
Ideally, yes. And also, look at sales by product category. Are all your, say, summer dresses flying off the shelves? Maybe that's a category worth expanding.
That makes sense. A high revenue, low margin product could actually be costing you. Okay, shifting gears slightly. Lots of us sell in multiple places now, right? Not just our own store.
Oh, absolutely. Multi-channel is huge. And that's where the sales by channel report comes in.
So this tracks Shopify store sales versus like Instagram sales or Amazon.
Exactly. Your main store, social media buy buttons, marketplaces like Amazon or Etsy, even point of sale if you have a physical presence, it breaks it all down.
And why is that breakdown so important?
Well, what's fascinating is that different channels often attract different types of customers.
Okay, how so?
Customers finding you via Instagram might be newer, maybe more impulse-driven, perhaps with a lower average spend initially.
Right.
Whereas someone coming directly to your website, typing in your URL, they might be a repeat buyer, ready to spend more.
So knowing that helps tailor the message.
Precisely. Tailor messages, offers, maybe even product recommendations per channel. If Facebook is sending traffic but conversions are low, maybe the ad needs tweaking, or the landing page isn't right for that audience.
Or if you see lots of repeat buyers on, say, Amazon?
Maybe you try to incentivize them to buy directly from your Shopify store next time. The better margins for you. And actually, Growth Suite can help here. You can set up targeted discounts specifically for customers from certain channels to encourage that direct purchase.
Oh, interesting. So you can actively try to shift behavior using discounts based on where they came from.
Yep. It's about smart channel-specific strategies.
That's really clever. Okay, we've covered sales from different angles. What about just getting people to the store? Acquisition.
Right, the acquisition reports.
Yeah.
Let's start with sessions over time. This tracks your overall visitor volume. You know, how many people are hitting your site.
So you can see peak traffic times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, and this is important, don't look at traffic spikes in isolation.
What do you mean?
Always correlate traffic with conversions. A huge jump in visitors is great, but if none of them buy anything...
Then it's not really valuable traffic, is it?
Not from a sales perspective, no. Also, look for connections. Did traffic surge after, I don't know, a podcast interview you did went live?
Yeah, or after sending out a big email newsletter.
Right. Connecting traffic patterns to your activities helps you see what's actually driving people to your site.
Okay. What's next in acquisition?
Top landing pages. This shows the first page someone sees when they arrive.
And it's not always the homepage you mentioned.
Definitely not. Could be a product page from a Google search, a blog post they found, a specific campaign page.
And why does knowing the landing page matter?
Because each landing page has its own performance. High traffic, but low engagement, meaning people bounce right off.
Yeah.
That page needs work. Maybe A/B test the headline, the images, the call to action. Make that first impression count.
Makes sense. Optimize those entry points. And the last big one in acquisition.
Traffic sources. This answers the fundamental question. How did people find my store?
So direct visits, search engines, social media.
Email, referrals from other sites. Yeah, it breaks it all down.
And the key insight here.
Different sources often signal different intent. Someone searching Google for buy red running shoes size 10 is probably much closer to buying.
Than someone just scrolling through Instagram and seeing your ad.
Exactly. One is active searching, high intent. The other might be passive browsing, lower intent initially.
So understanding that helps allocate marketing budget.
Totally. If Google ads are sending high converting traffic, maybe invest more there. If social is driving awareness but fewer sales, maybe adjust that strategy. It informs where your dollars should go.
Okay, so it's about the quality and intent of the traffic, not just the volume from each source, right?
Okay.
We know how they found us. What about what they do once they're on the site?
That brings us to the behavior reports. And the big one here is online store conversion rate.
The percentage of visitors who actually buy something.
Yep, a critical metric for optimization. Even tiny improvements here can have a massive impact on revenue.
But you said earlier not to just look at the overall number.
Right. The real value comes from segmented conversion rates.
Meaning?
Look at conversion rate by traffic source, by device desktop versus mobile, by new versus returning visitors.
So you might find mobile conversion is way lower than desktop.
Exactly, which might tell you your mobile site needs serious improvement, or maybe returning visitors convert way higher than new ones.
Okay. And what about the checkout process itself?
Shopify often provides a conversion funnel visualization. It shows the steps view product, add cart, reach checkout, purchase, and crucially, where people are dropping off.
So you can pinpoint the friction. Lots of people add to cart but never start checkout. Maybe shipping costs are scaring them off.
Precisely. It helps you diagnose and fix those sticking points in the journey.
Super valuable. What other behavior metrics are key?
Average order value, AOV. How much does the average customer spend per transaction?
Right. Getting people to buy more each time.
Exactly. It's a powerful lever for growth. Monitor your AOV trends. Does it differ by customer segment? Are there ways to nudge it upwards?
Like offering bundles.
Bundles, yeah. Or tiered discounts. Spend $50, get 10% off. Free shipping thresholds are a classic one, too.
Free shipping over $75.
Right. And again, something like Growth Suite is perfect for this. You can easily set up those spend more, save more, dynamic discounts based on cart value.
Directly encouraging a higher AOV.
Smart. Okay, what about getting customers to come back?
That leads us to customer return rate. Super important because, as we know, closing a new customer usually costs way more than keeping an existing one.
So a good return rate is vital for sustainable growth.
Absolutely. Analyze how often customers repeat purchase. What's the average time between their purchases?
Why does the time between purchases matter?
It helps you understand your customer life cycle. If people tend to repurchase every 60 days, maybe you send a reminder email around day 50. It informs your follow-up marketing, your loyalty efforts.
And segmenting this helps too, I assume. Oh yeah. Are customers from a certain source more loyal? Do high AOV customers return more often? Knowing that helps you focus retention efforts.
Understanding loyalty seems key. Okay, let's switch to the physical side, the products themselves. Inventory management.
Right. Inventory reports. Inventory on hand is the basic one. What stock do you currently have?
Seems straightforward.
It is. But the key insight comes when you combine it with your sales velocity.
How fast things are actually selling.
Exactly. It's not just about how much you have, but how quickly it's moving. Tracking velocity helps you predict reorder points much more accurately.
So you can set low stock alerts based on lead times and avoid running out.
Precisely. Especially critical for seasonal businesses where demand fluctuates wildly.
Makes sense. What else in inventory?
Sell-through rate. This is the percentage of your inventory you sell within a given period. It measures how efficiently your stock is moving.
So a high sell-through rate is good.
Generally, yes, it means products are selling well. But too high might mean you're understocked and missing sales opportunities.
Ah, right. And a low rate.
Signals potential problems. Maybe pricing is off, marketing isn't working,
Yep.
or it's just dead stock you need to clear out. You need to establish benchmarks for what's good for your specific business.
Finding that sweet spot is the goal. Okay, we've hit the main report categories. You mentioned some more advanced features too.
Yeah, for when you want to get really granular, custom reports are powerful.
How do they work?
You can basically mix and match specific metrics and dimensions to answer very specific questions. Like, what are the sales of product X specifically from my Facebook ads? Or what's the conversion rate for mobile users landing on my bestseller page? Standard reports might not show that exact combo.
So it lets you drill down into very niche questions.
Exactly. Uncover correlations you wouldn't normally see.
What about seeing what's happening right now?
That's iView. It's a real-time dashboard. See how many people are on your site, where they are geographically, what pages they're looking at, carts being created, orders coming in.
Wow, real time. When is that most useful?
High traffic events, definitely.
Yeah.
Like a Black Friday sale or a big product launch. If you see tons of people looking at a product but no one's adding it to the cart right now, you might quickly check the page for errors.
That immediate feedback loop sounds incredibly valuable during crunch time. Okay, and the last advanced one, cohort analysis. Sounds complex.
It's definitely more advanced, but the insights could be huge for understanding long-term behavior.
What does it do?
It groups customers based on a shared characteristic, usually when they made their first purchase. Like everyone who first bought in January is one cohort, February is another.
Okay.
Then it tracks the behavior of those groups over time. How much do they spend in month 2, month 3, etc.? How many come back?
Ah, so you can see if customers acquired during, say, a holiday sale are as valuable long-term as customers acquired normally.
Exactly. Or you could just see your overall customer retention trends. Are people sticking around longer now than they were last year? It's fantastic for understanding lifetime value and the real impact of your acquisition efforts.
That long-term view feels crucial for sustainable growth. Okay, wow. We've covered a ton of reports and features. How do we actually boil this all down, turn this data flood into, actionable steps?
Great question. First step, identify your KPIs, your key performance indicators.
The metrics that really matter for your goals.
Right. What indicates progress? It varies. A startup might focus on customer acquisition cost. An established brand might look more at customer lifetime value. Define your most important metrics.
And once we know our KPIs,
Set benchmarks and goals. Use industry averages as a guide, maybe, but rely more on your own historical data. What's realistic improvement for you? Then track those KPIs regularly. Are you hitting your targets?
okay, track the key stuff. What else?
Trend analysis is vital. Don't just look at a snapshot. Look at data over weeks, months, quarters. Are things trending up, down, staying flat? Why?
This is spotting the patterns over time.
Yeah, and understanding those historical trends helps you forecast. Better forecasting means better inventory planning, better cash flow management,
And segmentation, you keep mentioning that.
because aggregate data hides so much. Always try to slice your data. Segment by customer location, by acquisition source, by purchase frequency, by products bought.
Why is that segmentation so critical for action?
It reveals nuances. Maybe customers from California love product A, but customers from New York prefer product B. Maybe first-time buyers who used a discount code behave totally differently long-term than those who didn't.
And knowing that lets you tailor things.
Exactly. Tailor marketing messages, product recommendations, special offers. Growth Suite, for instance, lets you segment customers based on purchase history and then offer specific discounts on related items they might like. It moves you beyond one size fits all.
Right, personalization driven by data. So how does all this analysis translate into actual business growth, like tangible results?
Well, it fuels data-driven marketing. You figure out which channels give you the best return, considering the whole customer journey, not just the first click. You optimize your spend. You personalize messages based on segment behavior.
Makes sense. What about products?
Your sales data, especially bestsellers and product affinity, what gets bought together should absolutely inform future product development. And analytics obviously helps target up inventory management, predicting demand, understanding seasonality.
And the customer experience itself.
Analytics shows you the customer journey, the digital footprints they leave. Analyzing where people drop off in the funnel helps you find and fix friction points. Is shipping too high? Is checkout confusing? Behavioral data can also power personalization, like showing dynamic product recommendations based on browsing history.
It all connects back to understanding and improving that journey. This has been incredibly useful. Any final best practices for people diving into their Shopify analytics?
Yeah, a few key things. First, have a regular review schedule. Make it a habit. Daily check-in on key metrics, maybe a deeper dive weekly or monthly, whatever fits your planning cycle.
Consistency is key.
Second, data accuracy. Double-check your tracking is set up correctly. Cross-reference Shopify data with, say, your accounting software or your ad platform data, just to make sure things line up reasonably well.
Good point. Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And finally, don't be afraid to integrate. Shopify Analytics is great, but combine it with Google Analytics for potentially deeper insights. Or use specialized third-party apps if you need very specific analysis.
Build your analytics toolkit.
Right. Use the best tools for the job.
This deep dive really drives home how powerful Shopify analytics can be. It's not just numbers on a screen.
No, it's about understanding the story those numbers tell about your business, your customers, and where the opportunities lie.
Moving from guesswork to genuinely strategic decisions.
That's the goal. The most successful stores are the ones that effectively turn data into action.
So a final thought for everyone listening. What hidden opportunity within your sales funnel, maybe, will you uncover this week by digging just a little deeper into your analytics?
And remember, Shop Strategy is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite uses your store's data to run those smart, automated discount campaigns we talked about.
Yeah, with personalized offers, countdown timers for urgency, unique codes, all designed to drive sales now and boost that average order value.
Plus, its funnel report feature gives you that clear visual of your customer journey, tying right back into the analytics insights we discussed. You can install Growth Suite with just a single click from the Shopify App Store.
Check it out and start turning your data into results. The link is in the show notes. apps.shopify.com, growth-suite.